I volunteer all the time. I volunteer to open someone's door for them when they walk into the store. I volunteered to do that.
I can't even with you. You're too much.
And now, coming to you from the K2 Studios in San Diego, California, it's the world-famous Chris and Christine Show.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? I'm Chris.
And I'm Christine, and welcome to the 5th episode of the Chris and Christine Show. Do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do-do. Hey, how you doing, everybody? It's the 5th episode, number 5. We just got back into town last night from Las Vegas from seeing the 2019 iHeartRadio Music Festival, and it was amazing.
It was amazing. It was beyond amazing. I think epic is a more appropriate word.
Definitely a very epic show. It was like your mind blown. All the acts we saw, imagine the people we saw, and just the sheer craziness of the entire event was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was like 20,000 plus people in the arena. Every act was like every 20 minutes, a rotating stage, pyrotechnics, smoke, lights. It was amazing.
It was awesome. Hey, Christine, why don't you tell everybody the people that we actually saw?
Okay, so over a period of like 4.5 hours, we saw Miley Cyrus.
Oh, she was crazy. She was good. She was crazy. She was actually sweating like crazy. See how sweat she had?
Yeah,
and she
like
was
dripping with sweat.
And she was just like dancing over the stage. And she was doing a lot of covers, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then the Zac Brown Band.
Oh, he killed it. He was so good.
Yeah,
they were all so good, obviously.
Yeah, they were really good. And they were in San Diego like 2 days before. So I missed him San Diego, but got to see him in Vegas, which was cool.
Awesome.
Def Leppard.
Oh, Def Leppard killed it. They were a little older, of course, but they did a pretty good show. They're pretty good. I thought they were good.
They were really good. And they were really funny when they were getting ready to do one of their songs. Miley Cyrus was slightly inappropriate at some point.
Well, some could say.
Yeah,
but
she made some comments that were a little bit dicey, but then the lead singer of Def Leppard goes, and now we dedicate this song to Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, they go right into pour some sugar on me.
Yeah, it was really funny. And then her, oh my gosh, her was so good.
Yeah, her, I had no idea. I never heard of her really, but I don't listen to a lot of R&B type stuff. But it was very good. Now, give her respect because she actually stood up there with a guitar and she actually did a song acoustically with a guitar. And she actually played it herself and sang it herself.
And she got down with that. And I didn't think that I knew who she was, but as I was listening to her music today, I was like, oh my gosh, I have that song on my playlist. And she was so good. People, do yourself a favor. Last week when we were talking about it, I was like, I don't know, is it HER or her? Get to know this artist. She's really good.
Fantastic.
Okay, next up we had Chance the Rapper.
I'm not really familiar with his work, but he did a pretty good job. I think he controlled the crowd good, and then he had a few guest singer. Didn't he have a guest rapper with him?
No, there was another rapper that came out, and that was T-Pain.
Oh, that's right. And
the crowd went crazy when T-Pain came up, and then I think I cried.
Oh,
Alicia Keys.
Oh, yeah. She came out and she was unbelievable. She really, the crowd went nuts. When Alicia Keys came out, the crowd went crazy nuts. Everybody was standing and cheering. It was unbelievable.
And she was so authentic. And then she brought out a guest duet artist.
Yes, some other singer. I looked up his work too.
Yeah, Louis Capaldi.
Yes, that dude just comes out of the crowd. She starts playing the piano and she starts singing this song. Okay, cool. And this guy just walks around the corner from behind stage, and it's this dude Louis, and they start singing this beautiful duet together. It's actually his song.
Yeah, so fantastic.
Yes, it was amazing.
And then Mumford and Sons.
Yes, they were amazing too. Mumford & Sons, they came out and they killed it. All the hits. It was fantastic.
And you said you've been a fan for a while, right?
Of course. Yeah, I listened to their very first song. I forget what it was, but they played it on the radio probably 10 years ago. And I was like, what this band is. So I looked them up, downloaded the song, of course. And then I heard more of their songs being played on the radio. So I was like, this is pretty cool, man. Let me check this out. So I downloaded an album or whatever.
Yeah, and then the last act was Marshmello, the DJ, which was so cool.
I know. I felt like it was at like Disneyland, and it had like the characters for like Mickey Mouse when they were wearing the helmet. This Marshmallow dude's got like the marshmallow like helmet on, like the Mickey Mouse helmet at Disneyland or whatever, and he's doing the whole show with the thing on. I thought the guy was gonna fall off the stage because you couldn't see in the mask.
Yeah, but then he brought out Kane Brown, and that was amazing.
Oh yeah, I guess they have a song together, and well, they obviously do, and they played it together at the show. It was amazing with fireworks and lasers, and he getting the crowd all jumped up.
Yeah.
He was the last one to actually perform that night.
Yeah, and then he just walks off at the stage at the end, and everyone's like, "Oh, I guess we're done."
They thought it was over. Yeah, well, but it was amazing though. I want to go back again, and I cannot wait to go back again. I got to find tickets again and the whole thing, and
it was just a fun weekend overall. So we stayed at the Rio. We ended up with the Corner Suite, which was really amazing. And then on Sunday, we got a champagne brunch, which was fun.
oh yeah,
Yeah, mimosas. And then we went to a matinee showing of Wicked.
fantastic. Wicked. I never seen Wicked. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good play. It was
Just pretty good.
yeah. Well, okay, it was really good. Okay.
It was amazing.
Yes, it was amazing. It was like a spin-off from Wizard of Oz. Mm-hmm. But it's all Wizard of Oz themes type stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like that Tin Man was in there, and the
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow was in there, and of course the witch was in there, of course too.
Both of them. The
Both
Good
of them
Witch.
were in there, and the sister was too. Mm-hmm. She was in a wheelchair, and then
The Witch of the East, the Witch of the West, the Good Witch, Galinda.
yeah, yes, of course, all those, and I that was great. That
was really fun.
fantastic. And then Christine played some at the casino. We got back to the casino, and Christine started playing, and she wanted to play craps for the first time. So she walks up, and she's like, "I want to play this craps game. I don't really play craps, so I don't know how to play it." But Christine's like, "I want to play it."
Well, my
So-
friends from work, Steve and Tony, they tell me about craps. And I was like, I don't know how to play that. And they were like, next time you're in Vegas, you need to give it a shot. And I was like, very curious, because you know me, I don't like to have anything that I don't know how to do. So why not?
Right. So she walks up, and these two guys are there playing, and they kind of helped her out. She's like, "What do I do? What do I do?" And they kind of walked her through the process. So it was very nice of them. Told you how to bet, but they said it's a game you can't really explain. You really have to play it and to kind of figure out how it works because you can't really explain it. If that makes any sense.
Right. So it was like you learn by doing. And as I continued to put my bets down, I just won more and more money. And I walked out of there and I'd more than doubled my money. So I'm feeling pretty good about
Well,
that.
somebody won and somebody lost. I was the loser this weekend, so
For the record, I came home with $100 more than I left with, which is always a great weekend in Vegas.
fantastic.
Yep.
Oh gosh, I came with just $100. That's it. So I did not really win much.
But you won a sports bet.
Oh yeah, that was $100. Yeah, if it wasn't for that sports bet I made on the games on
He'd be
Sunday,
hitchhiking home.
yeah, I'd be nothing bringing nothing home. But that's the only thing I brought home was just that money from that. But it was a good time. So
Awesome. We had so much fun. Thank you so much for putting that whole trip together.
Oh, you're welcome. It was fantastic. It was my pleasure. And next year we'll do it again. My sister says she wants to go too. So we'll have her go. And anybody else wants to go, tag along. We're going to go next year.
Maybe
so.
it'll be the Chris and Christine Show Row at the iHeartRadio Music Festival.
They should have gave us the tickets for free. We are on the iHeartRadio app.
That is a reminder. We are on a number of different streaming platforms.
That's right. We are on, we are on Google's Podcast, Google Play, Apple Podcasts via iTunes or wherever you do it, Spotify, and we are on
iHeartRadio Music,
iHeartRadio, SoundCloud,
and YouTube.
Yes, we got our podcast on YouTube also. If you can't get access to the other things, there's always YouTube. I mean, everybody has access to YouTube, so you can listen to them there. They're all right there. Bada boom, bada bing.
So we have a great show lined up for you today, so stay tuned, and you're going to enjoy it.
If you have any topics or questions you would want discussed on the show, please feel free to email us at chrisandchristinepodcast@gmail.com. That's chrisandchristinepodcast@gmail.com.
And now it's time for Hot Topics. Do.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I've got 2 for you tonight.
All right, 2 of them. Here we go.
This will be a fun day of Hot Topics because today we are talking about a couple of new lists that were released that I think we can have some fun with, Chris.
Okay, I like to have fun.
Are
Who
you ready for
doesn't?
these?
You know what I'm saying?
You ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm born ready, baby.
All right, everybody. So Chris and I are super busy people. I tease him and I say that we like to wear our busy badge. But today in Hot Topics, a new list was released by MSN called The 11 Things Unsuccessful People Do Over the Weekend. And we are going to share these with you.
Ooh, what we got?
Yeah. Now, we're not saying that you're an unsuccessful person. However, if you check all these boxes, maybe it's time for a little bit of self-reflection. Don't you think?
Motivation, maybe? you know?
Maybe. We are your motivational spokespersons for the day.
Perfect.
Yeah. So here we go, Chris. Are
Okay,
you ready?
I'm ready. What you got?
All right. So the first one is the number one thing that 11 things unsuccessful people do on the weekends is they forget to schedule.
Oh, I never schedule anything. I'm horrible at that,
But I think on the weekend, you kind of have a general idea of what you think you're going to do.
Yeah, it's wake up, take care of kids, go back to sleep. That's the whole day.
Okay. The second thing, they ignore loved ones.
Oh, yeah. Like, hey, I got to take care of this project, but like that kind of thing or something
It
else?
says it can be hard to make time for the ones you care about during the week. Make up for that over the weekend.
Oh, I get you. So you're so busy during the week that when it comes to the weekend, you're like, oh, hey, baby, let's just chill, you and me,
Or they ignore you and you're like, I'm too busy. I don't have time for you.
Okay.
Okay, number 3. They let technology take over, like being on the phone, the computer,
Oh,
the
yeah.
tablet.
It's like my
video games.
phone time, my video game time. Like, I'm going to I got this new game I just got, and I'm going to lock myself in front of the TV for like 30 hours. Don't bug me.
Yeah. Okay, so the next thing is that one of the things that unsuccessful people do on the weekend is they forget to unwind. They forget to just take time to decompress.
Like, do nothing, like glass of wine, like me time, like a me day or something?
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be a me day, but taking time to like not be so high strung.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. Next thing that unsuccessful people do on the weekend, they sleep the entire time.
Well, of course, if you're hungover from Friday night, you got to, what else are you going to do?
All right. The next thing that unsuccessful people do on the weekend, number 6, is they rack up expenses. So they
Ooh.
overspend.
Oh, yeah. It's like what's that thing?
Shopaholics.
Shopaholics. What's the term called? Like you have it's like, I'm going to go cure my disease by going shopping. What's it called? I can't think.
I don't know.
Oh, forget it then. Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all know what I'm saying.
I mean, it's good to treat yourself once in a while, but on a regular basis to go out and just spend, it's going to catch up.
Oh, of course. If you can't afford it, well, gosh.
Yeah. Okay, the next thing, number 7, they avoid taking time to reflect.
Reflect on what? Like what they just did? Like the stupid decisions they just made Friday night? Or all the money they spent at the mall?
To reflect on life, goals, next steps. I mean, you even do this. You sit.
What I do?
Yeah, you sit with your coffee and you like zone out.
Oh, yeah.
You
it's
call
my
it your meditation time.
It's like meditation time. I have my coffee in the morning and I just like enjoy my coffee. And then I kind of wake up slowly, get going.
Exactly. But unsuccessful people do not do that. So you're checking the boxes.
Oh,
my dear.
I got one of them, right? There we
You
go.
got a couple. Okay, number 8 thing that unsuccessful people do on the weekend is they aren't present. They don't show up for things.
Oh, really? What about like birthday parties and like events and get-togethers?
They just don't show up.
Oh, so they say they're going to show up and they don't?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
What?
Slacker status.
Yeah, well, this is a list of unsuccessful people, so I guess that makes sense.
Right. Okay, number 9, they laze around and regret it. So it's like laying around on the couch all day and then being like, oh, why did I do that?
And
I
like
shouldn't
super
have done
tired.
that.
Like if you just hang around all day, you do nothing, you're just like, I'm so tired. Why not? You're so tired. You didn't do nothing.
Right.
Oh, I just sat around and
man, I shouldn't have done that. Now I'm really behind.
I know, I'm super late now. Gosh, what am I going to do?
Get off the couch, people.
There you go.
Get off the couch.
Give the couch cushions a break. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? They need to breathe too,
They do. All right, number 10 thing that unsuccessful people do on the weekend, they're stressed out.
Oh, really?
Yep.
About what?
On the weekend.
It's a
stressed out
weekend.
on the weekend.
Well, so what they probably do is they bottle it up all week, and then the
Yep.
weekend comes, they're like, my boss, I want to kill him. I have so much.
Right. You got to let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Bingo. There
Yep.
you go.
Number 11 thing
Ooh.
that unsuccessful people do on the weekend, they get too comfortable with time off.
What's that mean?
Not only do they take the weekend, but they extend it.
Oh, so they call in sick on Monday?
And Tuesday. And then, maybe I'll just like build this into a vacation. And
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Or a staycation because they're just staying in their bed and they're just like flipping through TV.
Right. Don't get comfortable, people. I have this little rule that I try to use. It doesn't work every morning, but more days than not. And I got this from motivational speaker Mel Robertson. She calls it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch like a rocket ship. So in the morning, it's like the alarm clock goes off and it's like you count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch like a rocket ship, and you get up even on the weekends.
Really? Yep. Well, I do something similar to that. It's like, oh, God, I think I've got to bed today. Oh, here I go. Where's my coffee at? Oh, man. Okay. I guess I got to get going. Oh, crap. I got late for work.
This is the weekend we're talking about, though.
Well, okay. Well, I'm already thinking ahead. I'm thinking ahead of the game. Like, I'm already thinking about going back to work on, like, Saturday.
Yeah. So I would say that one of the things that I do, maybe I shop a little bit too much, but I don't rack up expenses. I mean, if there's anything on this list, maybe I forget to schedule, and I don't know. I'm a pretty scheduled person.
Oh, you're a very scheduled person. Christine schedules, like, everything to, like, the minute. She'll break everything written down perfectly. Like, always on time. Me, I'm just kind of like random, whatever. Just go with the flow,
Yeah, we do tend to like talk about the weekend in advance. So by Wednesday or Thursday, I'm like, hey, babe, I'm in town this weekend. I'm not traveling. What are we going to do? And he's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I mean, I kind of figure it out. I mean, I'm kind of like I said, I'm go with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. We'll just kind of figure it out, unless we're not doing any big traveling events. If it's going to be in town, it's simple. Keep it simple,
Yeah.
Keep it chill. It's the weekend, Don't
So-
go all crazy.
So after I went through this whole list, Chris, there's 11 different items I went through. After you read it all, based on this, would you call yourself a successful or an unsuccessful person?
I would call myself successful on so many different levels, but do I have to go into all of them right now? Like break them all down? Do we got
List
time
them
for
all
that?
for us, babe.
You don't know if you have time for all that, but I mean, I think I'm pretty successful. I think it comes to the weekends, I pretty much plan to get some stuff done or take care of these check marks of some sort, whatever. It doesn't happen. It always doesn't always happen. It's always the weekdays, and I try to do it during then too.
Yeah, what I found, we kind of have a different like rhythm on the weekends. So we tend to do something like technical around the house, something fix it like car wash or yard stuff or little DIY project. We'll run a few errands, and then we try to do something fun, even if it's
Right.
like going out to dinner or catching a movie.
Oh, yeah.
or taking the kids to Belmont Park.
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah, we do little things like that. It's little chunks of a couple of different things, but not so overwhelming that the weekend exhausts us.
Right, because you want to have time to do other stuff too. You don't want to just throw it all into one thing, because then before you know it, the weekend's gone. You're like, oh crap,
Yeah, so try to think of your weekend days in like thirds or quarters where you can do something with like each third or each quarter. So like a DIY project, an errand or two, or groceries, and then something fun, and then something to unwind. So that is our recipe for success.
Amen, sister. I love it. Congratulations. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Awesome.
Okay, so our next list today for this week, Chris, is
Ooh, what you got? Number 2.
all right. So this is this is the week of lists. So before I tell you what it is, this week on my Facebook page, which you're not on Facebook, so you didn't see it.
I can imagine what it looks
Yeah.
like. I imagine it looks great.
Oh, thank you. I posted about being an introvert or an extrovert, in that for a long time I've said I'm an introvert, but I'm working on that because small
Wait.
talk.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is this related to the UFO thing?
UFO.
What'd you say?
Extraterrestrials. No, this is about introvert or extrovert. So people that
Okay.
like get their energy from being around others, or people that recharge best by being alone. So
Oh,
what are
okay.
you?
I like being alone for the
Yeah.
most part. You know, people drive me nuts.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
know.
so this is that's kind of me, but this is a hot topic that we can both relate to. So this
Okay.
again from MSN, the source of all things good for
Perfect.
this week, is the 16 fun things to do alone.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now I want you to actually keep track, Chris, and I want to find out at the end how many of these you actually do, Mr. Alone Time.
Okay, let's see what you got.
All right. Number one thing to do alone: go to the movies.
Oh yeah, I've done that all the time.
By
You don't need to
yourself?
Of course.
Completely.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I saw the first It movie, and who's going with me to see that? You didn't want to go, and the kids aren't going for sure. I can tell you that much.
I
So,
didn't know you went by yourself.
Yes, of course I went during the day,
Yeah.
daylight. Not the new one, but the original one, the one that came a couple years ago.
Oh, you mean the one like 1980s?
No. There's It 1, It
and-
2.
Okay. All right. The next thing, volunteer. Like a march.
You know, I
Going-
volunteer all the time. I volunteer to open someone's door for them when they walk into the store. I volunteered to do that.
I can't even with you. You're too much. All right.
you go.
This one, try mindful running. You've tried to meditate.
Oh, mindful running? Like, I imagine I'm running in my mind?
No, running and meditating while you run. I don't know how that works.
Well, if you close your eyes, you're running off a cliff, but...
So for all of you runners out there, tell us, can you do mindful running? We
Well,
really
you're probably
wanna
doing
know.
is you're probably running. You're probably running, doing a jog or whatever. When you're running, your all these thoughts going through your head, thinking about kind of different things, scenarios, life, blah blah blah. You know the usual.
All right. Next thing, number 4, go to a fancy restaurant by yourself.
Now, this is weird. This is kind of creepy. I think it's kind of like I don't know if I would do. The bill would be cheaper, that's for sure. But I don't know if I would actually could do that.
So I actually like to do that. I
Oh,
go,
well, excuse me.
but I'll tell you a funny story. I was in college and I was in this phase of like, I'm going to be satisfied being single. And I was like, I'm going to go to Olive Garden because I love Olive Garden.
Okay.
So I went to the front and I wanted a table for one. And I was so excited. And I went and I sat down and they gave me a menu. And they sat me at a little tiny booth for 2. And I waited and waited and waited. And I flagged down the server and I said, can I order, please? And she's like, oh, you're not waiting for someone else? And I said, no, I'm dining by myself. And she's
Weird.
like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's not weird.
Well, no, they thought it was weird.
They thought
but-
it was.
Yeah,
I was
totally.
perfectly confident being alone.
Well, yeah.
I like to go and dine by myself. Have a self-care day. What's your self-care day look like, Chris?
Oh gosh, a self-care day. Now, is that like getting a haircut?
Well, it's like taking time for yourself. For you, I think it would be like washing the zine.
Yes, washing a car or two. Just getting it detailed, maybe doing a little cleaning around the house, but it doesn't really seem a self-care day. Probably washing the car, making sure it looks absolutely beautiful, then just park it and don't drive it.
That's kind of his self-care day. So I like to do that. I did that a couple weeks ago. Went and got my nails and my toes done
There you
and like a little massage. It was fun. Okay. Number 6 is go to the mall and window shop.
I've done that. I used to do that when I was super broke. And I was like in high school and I had like this time to kill between classes. Like I got out of school early and then I had practice and there was like an hour and a half gap. So I'd go to the mall and I would just like walk around and like look at the stores and like window shop like you're saying, but I had no money. So that made sense. And I had some time to kill.
Yeah, that's fun. So number 7, start learning a new language.
Yeah, I'm actually fluent in 25 languages, but they're not from this planet.
I actually did this one too. It was a number of years ago, and I was lonely at night. I wasn't in school, so I took Arabic classes for 12 weeks, and it was really
Wow.
cool.
Oh, fantastic. I knew a little bit of Arabic when I worked at the pizza joint, but I forgot it so many years ago.
And I
Yeah.
can speak Arabic for you right now.
Okay, what you got?
أنا لا أتكلم عربية جيدا.
Oh, that's translation that says, I am beautiful.
No, I don't speak Arabic very well.
Oh, see, I got it lost in translation, so that happened.
That was Masri, so it's the Egyptian version of Arabic.
Oh, wow, fantastic.
Okay, number 8, cook an elaborate meal. Have you ever done that alone?
Of course I have.
What have you cooked other than Captain Crunch?
Oh, no, I'm not a big Captain Crunch fan. What have I cooked? I've cooked all kinds of stuff for myself. But what's funny, because I started eating too much, because everything you make is like normal sized portions or portions for at least two. So, yeah,
No, we cook for 2 or 5 or 4, depending on the size of our crew. All right.
Well, I go to Costco and I get whatever that fresh ready mix is ready to go, the fresh stuff, and I throw it in the oven and good to go. Boom, bada boom.
Perfect. Okay, number 9, go to a group fitness class.
What's that?
Like a fitness class.
Like yoga?
Like, yeah, or Pilates.
Like I would go to yoga?
Yeah,
By
your
myself?
dad does it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Your dad goes to Pilates by him, or yoga by himself. I go to Pilates by myself.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't think I'm there yet. I'm not quite advanced.
All right, finally get around to meditating is number 10.
Oh, I do it every day. Mm-hmm. I do it like 80 times a day. I meditate.
Yeah. Number 11, you do for sure. Organize your house.
I try to, but with kids, my gosh, everyone who has kids knows what I'm talking about. You try putting some away, then it disappears, or moved it somewhere else, or the kids do this, take that out, this out. Oh my gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, this guy's like the most organized person I've ever met
Well,
in my
I try
entire
to be.
life.
I mean,
Yes,
I try to be.
Super clean house. Okay, number 12, put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
If I'm in a movie, yeah.
No, like in the house.
Yeah, I've done that, but not like on purpose.
No, this is on purpose.
Why would you do that? Oh, you know what? Only time I
Because
do
this
that.
is the list of 16 things to do alone.
Well, yeah, okay. So you put your phone on silent, and then you like take a nap alone, right?
Or you do whatever you want. Read a book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, which is number 13. Read a great book.
There you go.
Yeah.
Falls right into it.
Yeah, I like to read a great book. I'm reading one right now. I'm really excited because it's advanced reader copy. We're actually going to have the authors on the podcast in a couple of weeks for their pre-launch. I know.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yes, and it's fantastic, especially if you are navigating the road of dating or marriage after divorce.
Ooh, that sounds relatable. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. All right. Number 14, go on a vacation by yourself.
This sounds kind of weird. If you're a dude, it's like super creepy. If you're a chick, it's kind of like, oh man, it doesn't seem like it plays out well in the horror movies. You know
I
what I'm saying?
disagree. I've gone on trips by myself for a couple days.
I know girls do it. You have a friend of yours, when we were in Utah, your friend was there, and she was by herself, and I was like, kind of scratching my head, like, what? By herself vacationing across country? It seems kind of dangerous. Don't you think?
No. I actually had a friend who went to Bali for like 2 weeks a couple months ago.
By herself?
Yeah. She went to a wellness retreat. It looked amazing.
Wait,
I
who
would
was
do
she,
that.
a wellness retreat? Was she with people?
Yeah, but you go alone. You
No,
make
I meant like
friends
you
there.
you actually go and you are alone, and you're alone while you're there.
No. You go and you meet people.
That's
You
not-
self-discover. You
That's not
go
the same
immerse
thing.
yourself
This
in a new
list-
culture.
This list doesn't say go meet people
It says-
and hang out. It says things you do alone.
It says, go alone, build a small little group vacation. But you're going alone because you don't know anybody.
Oh, okay, I guess then.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Number 15, be a tourist in your own city.
I do it every day.
Yeah.
I do it every day. I drive around trying to find something, like, hey, where's that? Where's this?
And number 16 is my favorite, and I do this all the time.
Ooh.
Have a solo dance party, cranking some Beyonce, dancing in the kitchen.
That must be a thing girls do, or guys do when they're super drunk. They'll do that, dance around, a few margaritas or whatever in.
If you like pina coladas.
Oh, pina coladas. That'll work too. Okay. Awesome. Fantastic. That was an awesome list. And I love those hot topics. They were amazing. And the person who got them were amazing. That guy was an incredible topic fetcher dude.
Okay, just so you know, everybody, Chris found our hot topics for this week. We take turns in building the content for our podcast, and this is his week. I really
Thank
love
you.
it.
You're welcome, and you're all welcome.
You turkey. Okay, so Chris, I do want to know how many of those things ballpark that you do.
A lot of them, actually. The only thing I wouldn't do is a travel. I think a travel thing, I don't know. It just depends on where you're going, what you're doing. I mean, I guess like I pretty much can do anything alone for the most part, so I probably can do anything on that list.
Yeah. So you all know, all of our listeners, that Chris and I are dating. We've been together for a while now. And I think it's important to know that in our relationship, we make space for each other to go and do things by ourselves, because we know that when we get away, we come back refreshed. It helps us. It helps us be more sane, more focused, happier. So listen to this list again. Maybe find something on the list that you might be interested in doing by yourself that you never thought of.
Yes, that sounded fantastic. I agree with everything you just said.
Hashtag what she said.
Hashtag what you just said, maybe she said.
Awesome. So that's it for our hot topics tonight. And we're going to be rounding out this episode with Would You Rather. And
Oh,
Chris,
can I do it this time?
Yeah.
Can I do it this time? Okay. I'm going to do a Would You Rather for Christine. Okay, Christine, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Would you rather have the talent of an incredible singing voice, like you're the best singer in the world, or would you have the ability to be the best musician of the world of the instrument of your choice?
That's a really good question. So I'm thinking about this. I really love to sing. I've always wanted to record an album. I have a decent singing voice, but to have an amazing singing voice. Ugh. But I'm going to pick an instrument.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah.
And which one, by the way?
I think the violin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I've always wanted to learn it. It's not something I had access to when I was growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so if I was thinking I know myself well enough, if I was to be an amazing singer, I'd be like, oh snap, I'm that good. Putting myself on a stage. The Bible says pride comes before a fall. I think I might get too prideful. I know myself. So a violin, though, I feel like for it to really be appreciated is when it's in the middle of a symphony or an orchestra.
Yeah, like a
and
solo?
so, yeah, well, to bring everybody together, and then you could step out front and lead. And I just love the sound of violins, and it's just I love it.
That was fantastic.
What about you, Chris?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I probably instrument. I don't know. I like to sing too, in the shower or in the car.
Mm-hmm. I like it when you sing to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Want me to sing to you right now?
Yep.
Gosh, I'm on the spot. I gotta think of
Stage
it.
fright. See?
Totally.
Yep, totally. That's right. Everybody, you're gonna have to wait for that one. But when it comes, I love his little ditties.
Oh yeah, a little
Yep.
ditty.
Little
My
ditty.
little ditty. We're gonna wrap the show up. Da da da. All right, everybody. Well, I think this is it for today.
Yeah.
We had fun today. We had fun on the trip, and it was amazing, and all good things.
So just a reminder that we're on a number of different streaming platforms. So definitely follow us, subscribe, and share. Great news for us this week. We actually went international.
Of course, the Chris and Christine Show is now international. Shout out to our friends in Spain, our friends in Australia, our friends in
Mexico, and Canada.
And in Canada.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you all so much for your support. Our listenership grew tremendously this week, so thank you for the love. Please pass it on. And remember to follow and subscribe to the Chris and Christine Show.
Have a fantastic week, guys. I'll see you guys next week.
Remember this week that life is too short to wake up in the morning with regret.
So love the people who treat you right, forget about the ones who don't, and believe that everything happens for a reason.
If you get a chance, take it. If it changes your life, let it. Nobody said that it would be easy.
They just promised it would be worth it. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Chris.
And I'm Christine, and until next week,
Keep moving forward.